503 jumped the line because today is my brother's G Day.
I'm gonna jump back in the chat, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Happy
All
birthday,
right,
Five.
no doubt. 503 line in the building. Happy born day, King. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, man. A lot of positive vibes, a lot of positive energy. It's fight weekend, man. I'm getting a birthday present. You know what I'm saying? We all love boxing. That's why we here.
Yeah.
And that's why we love to do what we do because of the sweet science. I appreciate you, Drew. Salute to all of the brothers in the chat, all of the brothers that's on the panel, man. I see my brother D Free on the panel. Yeah, I see my brother Mahari. I see my brother Musa, Big Fox in the building. KG, the good doctor, man, and of course, man, the lieutenant of this shit. Bronx on deck, man. Yeah, today is my birthday, man. I'm 33 years young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. I'm feeling real good, man. I'm feeling. Hey, I can't wait to see this fight, man. Hey, but look though, what KG saying is actual factual, man. Traville did run majority of the count with Dave, and I don't know if y'all was watching the Gloves Are Off series on Amazon or YouTube. It's on PBC YouTube. You see her in the background. She's right there. You know, she has been running majority of the count, but Ronnie is going to work the corner. This is going to be a good fight, and Stormy B, man, damn near convinced me to pick David Morrell. I'm not gonna lie. He's very, very witty with what he presents to the people. But I'm a hold firm, and I'm gonna stick to the Mexican Monster simply because, man, I think that the experience will come into play, and I just think that David Benavidez will eventually break down the Cuban school of boxing. I think it would be too much for him to handle. He has never fought anybody on the level of a Benavidez. And Benavidez has seen that boxer style, that boxer puncher style, numerous of times.
You think Morrell has also? Is it a possibility he's seen that like somewhere coming up in the Cuban school? Is that possible?
It's possible, but I just don't think that it's on his level, Drew. I don't think that anybody had. I don't think anybody has equated to Benavidez in the pros on this level. He might have seen a bunch of Mexican fighters or Latino flat-footed fighters that like to come forward and throw punches, but I don't think it's never been on the level that they're on right now. And another thing that worries me with Morrell is, man, the alleged allegations of the drug testing, Drew. I seen what you've been posting with the Ryan Garcia stuff and Nevada stuff, and this was very, very interesting. That David Benavidez made a big point about the drug testing. This is a very key factor in this fight. Now, Morrell has never been caught with anything, but it is accusations from my homeboy, Hot Sauce Henderson, and he put that out there that it was some funny things going on with Morrell, and it was no drug testing in the fight and stuff like that. And Benavidez reiterated it, so that's another thing that has to go into factor. I don't know if he's going to look the same with the drug testing.
Yeah, the fight they almost blew the fight because of the drug testing. That's what Benavidez said. He said it almost happened because of the drug testing. That enrages me with this drug thing. So yeah,
right. I know.
Let's look at will he have the same engine? Will he have the same stamina, strength, power? Will he have all of that coming in there? Well, we don't know if he was dirt. We don't know, but avoiding drug tests is always a red flag for me. Experience, I want to go back to that because Morrell seems very confident, and that's why this is such a fun fight. This is what boxing is supposed to be about, because both of these guys are on all cylinders. Let me just throw this scenario at you. If David Benavidez comes out and tries to maul him in the first 3 rounds, And by round 4, Morrell is just sitting there chilling like, all right, I'm here. What do you think David Benavidez's plan B is going to be? Can he box with David Morrell and be successful?
I think David Benavidez can mow anybody down and be successful. He displayed that numerous of times. He's shown us that in the Caleb Plant fight. He showed us that in the Andrade fight, and he even showed us that in the Vostok fight. Well, I think he didn't look his best. He didn't live up to the Mexican monster moniker. You know, he actually had the box to win that fight. So and he wasn't even at 100%. You know, he had injuries, had a cut, and you know, it was probably one of his worst performances that we've recently seen. But the thing with Benavidez is, Benavidez will try a lot of different tactics, and whichever one works, that's what he sticks to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do think that he'll be able to make adjustments, man. Salute, Mahari. I see you, baby. What's good, bro?
What's happening? Hey, happy B-Day, brother. Happy B-Day.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Dave. What you going, brother?
Okay, so I'm probably the only person that's probably picking David Morrell to win this fight. Obviously, he fights here in Minneapolis, of course, so I've seen him a lot more, you know, over here, you know, in front of my eyes than David Benavidez. Not to discount the fact that how talented David Benavidez is. But I actually had a phone conversation with Trink Notu, who's actually in Vegas right now. He's going to be watching the fight live.
Yes.
And we had a phone conversation 2 weeks ago about this. One of the things he brought up, and I'm not going to try to say it, you know, word for word, because I'm going to try to paraphrase it. I don't think David Benavidez is faced against a guy who can match him power for power like David Morrell can. Now, the one thing we can say here is that with David Benavidez, he tries to overwhelm you with activity. But I don't think he faced against a guy who's crafty, who can probably set some better traps than David Morrell can. I've seen David Morrell, unlike his last performance too, when he didn't perform well, set traps up, you know, walk dudes down, set traps up, and then knock dudes out. I don't think David Benavidez has faced against a guy who could set him up like that. So I think that once the big factor for me for David Morrell, he has to survive the first 5 rounds. That jab, like Master Musa said, it has to be on point, because with David Benavidez, he'll try to cut the ring off and try to overwhelm you with activity. But if David Morrell can survive the first 5 rounds and keep that jab on point, it's going to be a different fight. Because I don't think David Benavidez is faced against a guy who's an accurate puncher like David Morrell is. You know what I mean? So I do have David Morrell winning this fight, but I think I think it's going to go to the cards, because I think that it's going to be a chess match.
It's going to the cards?
I believe it's going to go to the cards, because I don't see. Listen, as much as David Benavidez can wear dudes out, I'm gonna tell you this: if David Morrell can outbox him and survive the first 5 rounds, it's gonna be a long night, because I just don't see how David Morrell can get, you know, knocked out by David Benavidez unless he caught him with something. That's my opinion. I really believe that, because I've seen David Morrell, you know, lose some rounds, but then come back and then hurt dudes. I'm just saying. I do believe that David Morrell has a great chance of winning this fight. Now, if he knocks out David Benavidez, that's going to be a major statement. But I just think that David Benavidez is too durable to get knocked out. I think this is going to go to the cards, because I think that Morrell's boxing ability and his background is going to play a huge factor in the fight, in my opinion, at least.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yes.
Man. If it goes to the cards, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be shocked. Yo, listen, if it goes to the cards, I'm calling a draw. How about that?
You know what, Drew? It might be a draw, because I think both their styles are going to be so conclusively difficult for the judges to call a winner. I really believe that.
Man,
so
this is Ken and Ryu. I see you, Tony, backstage. I see you. I'm pulling you up in a second. Let's go to my brother D Free in the building.
What's good? Happy birthday, 503.
Oh man, your connection, your voice is kind of like robotic.
Oh, hold on. Let me change this. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, man, you sound like RoboCop over there, D.
Is that better?
Ooh. Nah.
Great AI up in there.
Is that better?
Nah, bro.
You
Nah.
still in the
Let me go out and come back in.
Yeah, go out and come back. You sound like Soundwave from Transformers. Laser beak ass.
Yeah.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna dip out real fast.
Okay.
Like Mahari was saying, the only way Ronnie Shields can make something happen. Do you remember a tour guide versus who? The hard hitting who?
Which one? A Toro Gaddy versus
when a tour guide fought such and such, bruh. If that a tour guide that fought the second fight, slash Dave Morrell show up to the first fight with David Benavidez.
I feel you.
Listen.
I feel you.
Ah.
Yeah, I feel you. This might not be what we think. Like I said, I thought.
Hold on. So is the big fox you riding with Morrell too?
Yes. No, I'm going with David Benavidez.
No, he said he's riding with David.
Oh, you going? Okay.
I'm gonna let everybody else cook my bag, but by destruction, bro.
Ooh. Man,
I got David B too.
And I got $100 bet out there for anybody. Holler at me.
Oh, he's standing on it. He's standing on it. Wait, hold on. Here come D3. Let's see how his connection. Let's see, brother.
Hey, what's good? Is that better?
That's better.
Is that?
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead and cook.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Free. I think
Appreciate that, bro.
This is an interesting fight for us. It's probably the first 50-50 fight we had in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards David, but I can see David Benavidez pulling out the win. But I'm towards David Morrell, and it's for a few reasons. One, his ability, his power, and what a lot of people haven't touched on. David Morrell as an amateur light heavyweight. So it's not a weight class that he's not with. This is a weight class that he used to fighting at. Yeah. And the amateur pedigree that he has, I think he was like 105. So he fought at this weight class on the top. He's won a few gold medals in the smaller game, not the Olympics, but the youth games and stuff like that. So he's fought a different type of fighter. And I think what I heard KG, David Morrell looked a little tired last fight. I didn't see that. I saw him chasing somebody and wore on him because the guy was pretty much running. That was the thing that I took away from David Morrell. He didn't cut the ring off. David Benavidez is not that type of fighter. He's going to come at David Morrell. So David Morrell ain't got to worry about cutting the ring off. David Benavidez is going to come at him. This is more of a perfect storm because David Benavidez is going to come out, but I think Morrell is that type of fighter that you don't come at. We've seen that in his previous fights. All the guys that came from Morrell end up going to sleep. And David Benavidez, what I saw in his last fight, I never seen from David Benavidez. I saw in the later rounds, David Benavidez got tired because of the bigger guy was able to lay on David Benavidez tired, and he was working the David Benavidez body. I've never seen that. So if he gets hit to the body a little bit, Benavidez start to wear down in the later rounds that we're not used to seeing him do. I'm gonna edge out David Morrell, but I'm with Harvey. I think it might go to the card. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I think it could be a knockout, if David been let his emotion takes over him and he tried to force this fight and make it a, I don't think David Benavidez has been in the ring with a guy power of David Morrell. David Morrell has literally one punch out power.
Really?
I don't think David Benavidez has been in there with nobody like that. He was some guy with some decent power. Now, one punch knockout power though. So David Benavidez, I don't know if he has plan B. I heard what 503 said, but that plan B comes down to the trainers. And you got Shields in one corner and you got Jose Benavidez. If it comes down to trainers, I'm going with Ronnie Shields. I'm not going with Jose Benavidez. The fighters that he's trained, none of them have adjustments. None of his fighters ever makes adjustments. From his son to Enrique, none of them ever make adjustments. So I everything towards David Morrell winning this fight. But like Mahari, I believe it's going to go to the cards, and David Morrell is going to pull it out because how to win on the cards when he don't want to take chances of possibly getting knocked out or getting stopped. He know how to win on the. He only had 5 losses in the amateur, so he knows how to win on the cards.
So it might like I said earlier, it's a possibility. It might come down to the corner. That's the intangible right there. It might come down to the corner. Let me read this super chat real quick. My brother 88 Sports Talk in that super chat. He says, Benavidez says the left hook to the body will slow Morrell down. He says he's going to do a lot of body work in this fight. He says, panel, what y'all thoughts? Is this the key to the victory as far as Benavidez is concerned? Yeah, that's a good question. Body work is going to be key. Let me go to KBGJ, man. What's good, brother?
Salute, man. How y'all doing?
We're doing good. And after that, we're going to go to Tony. What's good? How you feel?
All right, man. I got David Benavidez, and there's a few reasons why I'm not gonna be long. It's his head movement on the inside and his inside fighting. Like, people don't appreciate the hand fighting that David Benavidez does. A lot of people shell up. Like, yeah, Morrell can move, but he shells up a lot. And if he shell up against David Benavidez, man, he's going to be moving and manipulating his guard. And that inside fighting, he's like the best inside fighter at that weight class to me, from 168 to 175. And his head movement, yeah. And his head movement is like underrated. And he never really got hit clean since like early in his career when he got dropped. But Morrell,
head movement.
Yeah, he can move his head on the inside. Like on the inside, watch the Vazic fight. He moved his head on the inside real good. It's slight, but it's not like an exaggerated head movement. You got to really focus in on what he's doing, and he manipulates people's guard easily, like on the inside. So I got David Benavidez winning, but I'm about to make this point. Morrell can win because he got that power and he got the movement, but he got to make sure his endurance carry. That's the only way I see him winning is his endurance carrying. But David Benavidez got endurance too, so it's gonna be crazy, man. This is, to me, it is a 50-50 fight, but it just comes down to endurance to me and inside fighting.
So the fight to you is going to be one on the inside by Benavidez?
Yep.
One? Okay.
Yep.
Because KG said, if a matter of fact, Mansa Musa said, if that jab show up for Morrell, then that's money.
Yeah, that jab show up. If that jab show up, it's gonna be a long night, man. It's gonna be a long night. David got to Benavidez got to find a way around Morrell's jab. If he uses it, like, he got to find a way around it. But if he gets on the inside, I don't see it. I don't see it being easy for Morrell, man. He's just a better inside fighter. with the head speed to go along with it too. So
Who's faster in your opinion?
who's faster? David, man. I mean, both of them named David. David Benavidez.
Okay, who's the better
Like
counterpuncher?
the better counter puncher. I get that to Dang, this a hard one. I ain't never really thought of that. I give it slightly to Morel.
Mm.
And his footwork better. So it just gonna come down to who can establish their game.
Y'all see why this is a fun fight, man? Y'all see why this is crazy because somebody gonna be right, somebody be wrong, but I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Man,
Yeah, this is a true 50-50, Drew.
yeah, man. Yeah. Tony C, you up, brother?
What's going on, man? How's it going?
Good, brother. What you got
Listen,
on
I take everybody's points. They all make sense. To me, this fight it is gonna go to the cards. It'll go to the cards, and again, like you always say, the boxing is a business. Therefore, they want the person that brings the most money, which will be David Benavidez, to to move on, to greener pastures. The Morel is not as sellable in terms of, like, I'm just talking about business, wise.
Right.
He's not a sellable. He doesn't speak that much English, all that stuff, right? Well, getting that out of the way, to me, is gonna go to the cards, and I'm gonna go a little bit of a different route. I think this is gonna go possibly a draw, just to make it, just a better fight.
This goes to draw, man. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit off, but I think a draw, just there's also the other fight with Bivol against, Bertabiev. What if Bivol wins? They might want to do a rubber match, which just makes sense. And what is David Benavidez gonna do if he wins?
Yeah. So yeah, no one spoke on that. That's actually a real possibility, man. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's a real possibility. If this goes 12, I'm gonna be shocked. If this goes 12, I'm gonna be completely shocked. But I told Abel, if it goes to the cards, I'm picking draw. I'm picking draw at that point because
It does.
I
I think it will. Honestly, if Morel wins this
Who you
fight,
picking, bro? Who you picking,
sorry?
Tony? I say, who you picking?
I'm a Benavidez fan, like, from the get go. To me, Morel just came into the picture, really.
Mhm.
So, but I think, to be completely honest, Benavidez is the better pick. The only thing with me is that since I feel like it's a 50-50 fight, the power that they both have is just gonna. They have a lot of power, so I don't think a knockdown is gonna happen. And that's why I keep leaning more towards a decision. But Benavidez for me, for sure.
Benavidez by decision.
To me, that's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all heard Tony. He said Benavidez by decision, man. That's definitely not the prettiest pick, but yeah. I got you, bro. I like that.
Are we doing too much by just assuming that somebody ain't gonna make it? Are we doing too much? And salute to KBGJ in that super chat. Much love, brother. He said Plant was the last person to make David Benavidez this angry. Yeah. But are we wrong by saying somebody not making it? Are we wrong? Like, do we have it all wrong? Just calling for someone gonna get stopped. Are we wrong for that? I mean,
not at all.
Makes sense.
You're not wrong, bro. Because the thing about it is, I said this the other day. The speed in this fight, Drew. The speed. David Benavidez's hands very extremely fast. Morel's feet extremely fast. Morel has one punch kill shot power. Benavidez has a thudding, overwhelming you. I can hit you with 20 punches in a row power, and you be on your feet, knocked out in in a cold state, right? So you equate that with the fact that now one of these dudes like each other. Benavidez has something to prove. Morrell has something to prove, man. This fight could easily be a knockout. Easily.
Yeah.
Just off the styles alone. Because a lot of people,
or a very sloppy one. Sorry,
right? A lot of people. Nah, you good. A lot of people is thinking that Morrell is gonna come and stand toe to toe with Benavidez. He's not going to use his Cuban boxing. He's not going to be an outboxer. He's going to step to Benavidez. So if he does that, does that, yeah, if he does that early and often in the fight, it's a possibility that somebody can be knocked out, because the speed of both fighters is always going to come down to the determining factor, which is timing. Who is going to get the timing down first? Who's going to understand the frequency and the wavelength of the punches? Will it be Morrell? Will Morrell be able to counter with a straight left? Will Benavidez be able to hook to the body and then go up top and jump on Morrell? It's a lot of determining factors. And if you go back and you watch the Demetrius Andrade fight, what did David Benavidez do? He started cutting the ring off and going to Andrade's body. And soon as Andrade started slowing down, his spring was gone, his juice in his legs was gone. What did David Benavidez do? He knocked him out. We've never seen Demetrius Andrade look like that. Never. Andrade was like a mythical god in boxing. Never seen him do that before, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Tony.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think Benavidez can afford to start slow in this fight. He has to establish whatever he's gonna establish. He has to establish in the first round. Don't wait on it. Do not wait on it. If his plan is to smash the gas on him, then do it. But my thing is, if you try and smash the gas on Morrell and he's still there in 3 rounds, you need to have a plan B, because this isn't Andrade. This isn't playing. This is a guy that's your size, and and this is a key factor. He's dead ass not afraid of him. He's not worried about the Mexican monster. This is Kong and Godzilla. Now we can get we can get a knockdown, drag out fight, and it could go 12, or we could mess around and get Hagler Hearns 2.0, which would be crazy. But if it goes to the cards, I got a draw. If it doesn't, someone ain't gonna make it, and I'm still stuck because I don't know who's not gonna make it. I'm still stuck.
That's the best part. That's what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember when David Morrell fought his last fight against Hot Rod?
Yes.
He got so predictable in that fight, if y'all remember. He kept trying to jab and go for the big punch. Jabbing. He got so predictable in that fight. David Benavidez never does that. That's another flaw David Morrell got.
Listen, man. I don't think. He
telegraphed a lot.
I don't think.
Now go ahead.
I don't think. I honestly think that David Morrell is doing exactly what he's supposed to do, in the sense to get under Benavidez's skin. By doing so, he knows that Benavidez is just gonna come and just, like he said, RoboCop style. And I think he's just gonna bring that Cuban school back, man. He's gonna box him, or I will probably say 4 to 5 rounds. Very, moving around and doing all these things, and then eventually he's gonna get sloppy. Morrell, I'm referring to. He's gonna get sloppy, and that's where Benavidez is gonna start catching up.
Do y'all think that Morrell has a gear that we haven't seen yet?
No, because I've seen Morrell in his early fights almost in the knockout, drag out fight. I think Benavidez got something that we never seen before. And I hope that this is the fight where he's looking around like in his corner, like this is what I've been waiting on. Hell yeah, type of energy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Plus,
Oh
Benavidez has fought
man.
like heavyweights, you know, like all his throughout
Angel
camp.
just
He has
reminded
so
me.
much experience with so many big people, you know, like this guy just came from 68. Although he's a big kid, still 68. He's gonna come in and he's just, I mean, come on, bombs are just gonna be thrown by Benavidez, man.
Angel just reminded me. How do y'all feel about Guillermo Rigondeaux being in David Benavidez' camp?
That's good. I love that.
He not told.
Hey,
the
let
secrets,
me share this right here. And I was gonna make a video about this, but I'll say this right here. David Benavidez is the ultimate warrior when it comes to the school of hard knocks. See, a lot of people is banking on this Cuban school of boxing, but David Benavidez is he went to the school of hard knocks, man. In them gyms grinding. Benavidez was the fat boy in the family. He was never supposed to make it this far. He had to earn it in the gyms, beating up on guys. And what Drew was talking about, and like the homie Angel just said in the chat with Rigo selling them out. No, man, these dudes respect David Benavidez because they seen the grind he put in when he was a teenager, all the way up until this point. And mind you, David Benavidez is still young. He's like what? He like him and Devin Haney around the same age. It might don't seem that way, but he's still young.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's the little brother. He's the little brother. He's like 25 or 24, 26. He's young, man. But he's been grinding since he was 14 years old in the gym, beating up all these guys. And Rigo knows that. That's why Rigo gave him that game. Keep in mind, y'all.
What David said yesterday?
What?
Well, when he was getting interviewed, what you talking about? He said it used to be one camera. Now they interviewing me for an hour. He said I grind for this. He said I just didn't know it was gonna come. He said I grind hard for this, and I'm not just finna give this away, bruh. That's a different type of man. Listen.
Yeah, I love a fighter that's fighting with a chip on his shoulder. I love that.
He has the chip, bruh. He has it.
Like Bud got a chip on his shoulder.
Yes.
When you fighting a guy with a chip on his shoulder, man, you better watch out. Mike X said in the chat, he said Cuban's overrated. God damn, bro.
God damn.
God damn.
Whoa.
Damn. My God. Wait, hold on.
What?
My God, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yo, all right, guys. I'm gonna let you go. Yo, appreciate you letting me cook. Drew, this was awesome. Hopefully I get to come back again if you invite me again.
Absolutely, brother.
Have a good one, guys. 503, I think is your birthday, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Take it easy, guys.
I'll
stay in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Queen Shower is in the building.
What's up, Queen?
Salute to Shower. Yeah.
Blessings to my little girl again on his soul day.
Appreciate you, Queen.
So I think the gentleman that just left was Tony, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he made the comment about the it was something to the effect of all I want to say about Mr. Benavidez is, and I said this to you guys before, that he has different looks that we don't readily recognize. The man has a very good jab, and he also has the ability to correctly use his feet. You know, that was it. It was the RoboCop statement, and Moreno kept saying that. And I also said both of them are not considering a couple of things about each other. Benavidez thinks that Morel is green, and a lot of us do. He's not really thinking he's a threat. Whereas Morel is sitting here calling him fat and then RoboCop. David Benavidez does have different levels to his game. He has the better experience. He has abilities he does not always show, but he can. If he comes out there and utilizes that jab and uses his feet correctly. Now he don't have the angles, period. I have not seen him be able to turn as a David Morrell can, he can make that a hard fight for Morrell to begin with. So if Morrell don't come out there and use a jab and use his feet and try to be crafty and set up, like I said, he sets up counter traps very well. If he doesn't do stuff like that, yeah, I just have David Benavidez beating this guy off top, and I said somebody's gonna go down, and somebody's probably gonna get knocked out, and I think it might be Morrell, but Morrell can knock him out because he does have one shot power, like Five said.
Yeah. Oh,
And let me say this to counter what the homie said in the chat real quick about the Cubans being overrated. I wouldn't necessarily say that the Cubans are overrated. The Cuban boxing has took a downward spiral though, because we're not seeing the success that we once seen from Cuban boxing. You know, in the early 80s, in the 90s and stuff like that. It's kind of been downward. Now the Cubans are still winning in the amateurs, true indeed, but when it translates to the pros, especially in this era of boxing, like Robeisy Ramirez just lost twice. We haven't really seen any really Cuban boxers like take off. Andy Cruz is being labeled as a boring boxer. Yeah, man, it's not looking too good for the Cuban school of boxing right now. My homie Marquise Taylor got a win over a Cuban boxer. Hopefully the Cuban school, man, if Morale wins and beats the Mexican monster, man, maybe he can put the Cuban school back in the forefront of this, you know.
I think the Cuban school has been victims of circumstances a lot. You know, a lot of stuff. Like when you talk about King Kong Ortiz, you gave him a Reagan Dow. And I just did a video where I felt that the label on Andy Cruz calling him boring. I mean, the only thing worse than being black in this world is probably being black and Cuban. That's like the worst shit like ever. It's like, God damn, man. Why? It's crazy. So I think a lot of it is political, because what they did to Rigo was absolutely criminal. I mean that's just wrong. Now he went to we spoke about him going over to David Benavidez camp. I mean, you know, our brother in the chat was like, "Nah, that's blasphemous," and I understand that. But to counter that, 503 saying that's just Rigo giving Benavidez his roses. I mean, I understand both aspects, but this is, if you want to put Cuba on David Morrell's back, that's cool. And yeah, JB, William Skull is a champion.
Yeah, salute to William Skull, but we haven't seen William Skull really in America, bro. He fights in Germany. Same thing as the Iglesias. We have not seen some of them Cuban guys transition over here in America and Europe. You know, hiding out in Germany, bro, that's really not a good look to me. You know what I'm saying? And also with the Cubans, man, dudes like dudes like Regan Dial, King Kong Ortiz, Laura, them dudes came to Florida and got it out the mud, bro. Guys, all them dudes came and got it out the mud in America.
And we got a new one coming up. I want y'all to watch out for Joe Inley. Joe Inley, he'll be on the undercard here. He's middleweight. He's scary. He's nice. He only has 6 fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they my only thing about Rigo was that he didn't make enough noise. He needed to be more outspoken about what they were doing with him. I mean, he needed to like really make some noise, because we saw it. We all saw it. And I'm like, what the F, man? Why are they doing this to this dude? Ducking him out loud and people doing interviews. Yo, I'm not fighting Rigo. I'm like, God damn. And that's why I'll forever shout out Nonito, because Nonito ain't have to do it. He was leading the charge and everything. But he said, fuck it, I'll do it. And he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Just like we got to give that same respect to Wilder. Because he didn't have to fight. He didn't have to fight Ortiz, but he did it.
Twice.
He did it twice. And another point to get back to David Benavidez, bro. He trains in Florida. He lives in Miami.
Yeah.
What is Miami known for? What is their demographic?
Cuban. Yeah.
Cubans, bro. He putting a lot of Cuban dudes in position to win. He's training around a bunch of Cubans. So if Rigo lives in Florida, if Laura is in Florida now, you don't think they're gonna gravitate towards David Benavidez and he's training around them in the same gyms in city with them, bro?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. But back to this fight tomorrow. My prediction, I'm picking David.
Which one? Which one?
I'm picking David.
You play too much.
You just picking David, huh?
Just picking David, man. I'm gonna be right and wrong. All right, that's how I'm going.
I feel that, though.
I honestly speaking, man. All right, you gotta pick one. You know what, man? This is gonna be a first ever. Oh boy, I'm going with a draw, y'all.
Oh man,
draw, y'all.
You sounded like Mahari, Drew.
Yeah, man, I'm going with a draw because I'm scared to death.
Can I ask both of y'all something?
Yeah. Okay.
I know you probably don't subscribe to the spooky. Do you guys believe in bad luck things with fights?
Wait, say that again?
Do you believe in not a conspiracy theory? So yeah, maybe it is. Okay, so there's a thing going around about these black secret shirts and certain fighters losing them at a particular time, like James Toney. Shakur did that, and Wilder. Morrell got these black secret shirts supposedly.
So we gonna get superstitious on it? I don't know.
That's what I said. I don't subscribe to that, but hey man,
oh man,
I feel like you. I think either one could win, but I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick to Benavidez. I think experience is gonna rule.
All right, Mike S says I can't play the fence, so I gotta pick a winner. I can't play.
Yeah, man. I can't do that, big bro.
All right, so okay. Okay. This is gonna be controversial, and that's okay, because I don't mind being wrong. I gotta believe, although Ronnie Shields may not have been according to what our good brother KG said, and salute to Bud in that super chat. Much love. He said big ups, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Shout out, man. Thank you. I gotta believe that Ronnie Shields gave the okay for this fight to happen now for a reason. I gotta believe that. And although Benavidez is on fire right now, and he has the way better resume on a professional level, I gotta believe that Morrell's camp, they understand what the assignment is, and they know what to expect, and they know that they have a guy that's well equipped to deal with what David Benavidez brings to the table. So I think the plan is, and again, y'all, it's boxing. I could be 100% wrong, and I'm cool with that. I think the plan is to take David Benavidez into the championship rounds and turn up on him. Right? And I need you to hear me. Just hear me out. David Morrell is naturally the bigger guy, but in shape. You hear what I said? Remember the presser where they took the pictures? When David Benavidez doesn't train, he looks extremely out of shape. If Morrell doesn't train, he's out of shape, but naturally bigger, but more of an in shape. I can tell by the physique. This wasn't a fat camp for Morrell. Now, David's going to get in shape. And I'm not being disrespectful, but, I got to pick a winner. I think Morrell has the tools to snatch this by decision. And I think he's going to turn up in the championship rounds. But, like y'all said, he got to get there. Because one mistake, and it's over with. So I'm going to go with David Morrell, majority decision. Could be wrong, y'all.
I love you, big bro, but you know David Benavidez is never in no shape. I mean, he's in a fighting shape. He's never in cut up. I get it because I heard Stormy too, and I sure did think on that. Ronnie would not put him in this fight unless he absolutely felt like he was ready, because he told him no.
Yeah, look, I might flip sometime today, but I don't think I am. I've given it a lot of thought during the show, and like I said, I didn't know what KG said, but even with that being said, Ronnie, you don't have the OG in the camp and not turn to him for something. You understand? You don't just have Ronnie sitting there and not turn to him for something. I gotta believe, and I don't know, I'm just assuming at this point, I gotta believe that they counseled with Ronnie and say, look, are we up or not? And I think that Ronnie, did that Floyd Mayweather Tank Loma threat. It's time. But it wasn't a threat. He was just saying, no, it's time now. Now we can get him. And I think they decided he can get him after they saw that Bostic fight. There was something there that they saw. That they say, yo, look, you see that? Now our David can get him. I gotta believe that. So yeah, I'm a rock with Morrell, majority decision. On the cards. That's how I'm calling it. That's my pick. David Morrell. Now, if he go in there and get washed in 3 rounds, hey man, it is what it is. Jarrell Freeman says, Drew, have you seen anybody press Morrell? All the fights I watched, he was always swarming his opponents. This is what makes it interesting. Now, what happens? Yeah, what happens when if he presses him and nothing happens?
No, Idos did. And we saw how that ended.
Yeah,
Idos was pressing the heck out of him. Remember how that ended?
Yeah. KG said they saw an injured fighter that still got a UD. And you see, that's the other part. It could be fool's gold. You know what I mean? They could have been looking at that tape and not factoring in that he was injured. You might be right, KG. Yeah. But, man, I'm looking forward. I got to work tomorrow, of course, but I'm be zooming home because this is already bought. All right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is what boxing is about. This right here. This right here. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm a roll. Shower Queens. Let them know how they can find you.
I'm right here on YouTube, Shawa Laya77, IG T_money 77SF. Thanks for having me up.
Absolutely. My brother Mind of Mansa Musa. Let them know they can find you, good brother.
Oh man, I'm everywhere, man. Just like a thought. Great show today, big bro. I'm looking forward to the weigh-in today. And David gonna do his thing, man. I got it by destruction. Soon as Morrell feel that power, he gonna say, man, great show today, bro.
Absolutely.
100.
Yes, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsors. Y'all better get on this.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC. And remember,
it's a usual suspect.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $, usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC. And remember,
it's a usual suspect.
You gotta be in it to win it, family, man. Salute to everybody, man. We outside in Vegas this August. The LDBC family reunion. Now, I mean, we do different cities every year. We love boxing, y'all. And this is what it's all about, man. Fire show. Salute to everybody that supported, everyone on the panel. Salute to my brother, 503 Line. This is Born Day, man. Another trip around the universe, man. We love it. And salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chats, man. The general should be on. Let's head over there. And can't wait for this, man. I'm not going to drop a post-fight tomorrow after this. I'm going to go live really brief. It's going to be like maybe 10 minutes as soon as it's over. Because, I got to get out the way. Man, but salute to y'all, man. Much love, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.